Hello students, today we are going to see first principle of mathematical induction. In mathematics, there are certain results which are needed to be proved for all the values of numbers. That means for all, sometimes it is for natural numbers, sometimes it is for uh, some real numbers. So here basically we are going to consider set of natural numbers. So the results, the mathematical results which involve n, that means we want to prove the result in general for any natural number n, then we use principles of mathematical induction. So let us see what is principle of mathematical induction. I will first give you one example and then I will write the statement actually. All of you know that sum of first n natural numbers is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. So this result involves n. We want to prove this result for any natural number n. For example, if you consider first three natural numbers, then their sum is 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is equal to 6. And this I am putting in the LHS. Okay, so this 6 number I have got from by putting n is equal to 3 in the LHS. Now on the RHS, if you see the term n into n plus 1 by 2, in that term if you substitute n is equal to 3, then it will be 3 into 4 by 2, that is equal to 6. So this result is true. But if I want to verify this for 100 terms, so is it a good idea to actually add first 100 numbers and verify our answer? No, and that's why we use principles of mathematical induction which help us to generalize the result for natural numbers. So let us see how the statement is written. Okay, so the very first step is, first of all, I am denoting my statement which is to be proved by Pn. Let Pn be a statement involving a natural number n, involving natural number n or natural numbers n, you can say. That is, n belongs to set of natural numbers. If the step 1 is, in the step 1 we prove the result for n is equal to 1. We verify the result for n is equal to 1. That means we substitute n is equal to 1 in the statement and we check whether the result is true or not. So step 1 is P1 is true or Pn is true for n is equal to 1. Step 2, this is called as induction hypothesis. Hypothesis means we have to assume something. Okay, so this is very important step in the induction. So in induction hypothesis, we assume that the result is true for some natural number n is equal to k. So I am writing, if P of k is true, implies that P of k plus 1 is also true. That means I am assuming, when I say if P of k is true, this is my induction hypothesis. That means I am assuming that result is true for some natural integer, natural number k, and that implies, that gives me, or that tells me that pk plus 1 is also true. Pk plus 1 means I am taking the immediate next natural number after k and I am proving that result is true for k plus 1 also. And then we say that Pn is true for all n belongs to set of natural numbers. So sometimes it is written as if first step P1 is true, second step assume that P of k is true, then P of k plus 1 is also true, then P of n is true for all n belongs to n. So when we start from n is equal to 1 and we assume that result is true for n is equal to k and we prove that result is true for n is equal to k plus 1, this whole concept is called as first principle of mathematical induction. In the next video, we will be seeing what is generalized first principle. Sometimes the result may not be true for initial natural numbers, that means 1, 2, 3, and then we have to use generalized first principle of induction. So let us see now an example of first principle of induction. So I am considering the same example, 1 plus 2 plus 3. Prove that 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to n is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. This is a very standard result. Summation of first n natural numbers is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. Because of this result, it becomes very easy for us to add many numbers. That means suppose you want to add 100 numbers, then immediately it follows 100 into 101 upon 2 and the answer is 5050. So this is very standard result and that's why it's an important result. Many times we need to use this particular formula in various sciences. We need it in statistics, we need it in mathematics also. Whenever a series of this type appears, we need to use it. So that's why this result is very useful. So let us see how we can prove this using mathematical induction, first principle of mathematical induction. So step 1, so this is my P of n, this whole thing, this whole result I'm calling as my P of n. Okay, and there are two sides, this is left hand side and this is right hand side of my result. So in step 1, I am putting substitute n is equal to 1 on the LHS. Okay, therefore I have 1 only. It will go up to only 1. It will have only one term. So LHS will become only 1. Okay, now substitute n is equal to 1 on RHS. So I have 1 into bracket 1 plus 1 by 2, that is 1 into 2 by 2, that is 1. So if you see, LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, I will say result is true for n is equal to 1. So we have proved the first step, okay, or we have done the first step. Now let us see the second step. The second step is our induction hypothesis, in which we will assume that result is true, okay, for n is equal to k. Assume that Pn is true for n is equal to k, and of course k is greater than 1 here and k belongs to set of natural numbers. Because we have already proved the result for k equal to 1, so we will be assuming that k is greater than 1. So when I assume this, I get 1 plus 2 plus 3. So in place of n, I am putting k. And I am saying that result is true. That's why I am writing this equation. So I am putting this equation number 1. Now this, using this assumption, I will prove the next step. Okay, the next step is to prove that Pn is true for n is equal to k plus 1. So we have to consider k plus 1 terms on the LHS. In the assumption, we had considered k terms. So we will add one more integer to that. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to k plus 1 I have to consider. So see how I am splitting it. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to the integer which comes before k plus 1 would be k. So I am just rewriting these terms. Okay, so it's like writing first 10 terms as 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to 9 and plus 10. So what we know about this? We already know about this, that 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to k is nothing but k into k plus 1 by 2. In the induction hypothesis, we had considered it. So I am replacing this summation by k into k plus 1 by 2 and plus the k plus 1th term. Now only algebraic simplification is needed. So we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to k plus 1 is equal to k into k plus 1 by 2. I am rewriting the last step plus k plus 1. From here I can take k plus 1 common. Inside I have k by 2 plus 1, and on simplification I get this as k plus 2 upon 2, which I can rewrite as k plus 1 into bracket k plus 1 plus 1 upon 2. So this is something like n into n plus 1 by 2. That means I am proving that my result is true for n is equal to k plus 1. Therefore, Pn is true for n is equal to k plus 1. So, quickly revise it. So, the problem was 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n is n equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. We proved the first step. We proved the result for n is equal to 1. Then we assumed that result is true for n is equal to k is greater than 1 and k is any natural number. And using this assumption, we have proved now that result is true for n is equal to k plus 1, and therefore I can conclude that Pn is true for all n belongs to set of natural numbers. So students, this is how we can prove mathematical results using principles of mathematical induction. In the next video, we will see generalized first principle of mathematical induction, where the result may not be true for first few initial natural numbers, and it may be true from certain natural numbers. So in that case, we use generalized first principle. So friends, if you like my video, please subscribe my channel. My channel name is Triumph Maths. And I appreciate if you put any comments for the video. If you have any suggestions, please put your suggestions also. Thank you very much. Thank you all.